Lights, cameras, and a question that fans have been quietly asking for years. What is Bradley Walsh really like when the cameras aren't rolling? Is he the same quick-witted, cheeky host we see on screen, or is there a completely different side hidden behind the studio lights? According to someone who knows him better than most, an ITV chaser who spent countless hours sharing that iconic stage, the answer might surprise you. Because what happens off-camera isn't just interesting, it's genuinely heartwarming, unexpectedly funny, and at times even a little bit magical. When people think of Bradley Walsh, they picture the laughter first, that infectious, unstoppable laugh that sometimes takes over the entire show. And here's the thing, the laughter isn't an act. It's not turned on for the audience and switched off backstage. It follows him everywhere. From the moment he walks onto set, there's this energy, like the atmosphere itself lifts a little. Crew members notice it immediately. Contestants feel it too, even before their nerves settle. But for the chasers, who stand just a few feet away from him for hours at a time, that energy becomes something more, familiar, almost like a rhythm they've learned to play along with. Behind the scenes, Bradley has a habit of turning even the simplest moments into something memorable. A quick break between takes doesn't stay quiet for long. He'll crack a joke, tease someone gently, or share a story that somehow spirals into laughter across the entire studio. It's never forced, it just happens. And yet, there's another side to him that doesn't always make it onto the screen, a quieter, more thoughtful side that reveals itself in small, almost unnoticeable ways. The chaser described moments where Bradley checks in with contestants when the pressure gets too intense. A quick word, a reassuring smile, or a light joke to break the tension. Those moments matter more than viewers might realize. Because for contestants, standing under those lights can feel overwhelming. But Bradley has this natural ability to make people feel like they belong there, like they're part of something fun rather than something intimidating. And that's not something you can fake. Now here is where things get even more interesting. The relationship between Bradley and the chasers isn't just professional. There's a playful dynamic that feels almost like a friendly rivalry mixed with genuine respect. On screen, you see the banter, the teasing, the dramatic reactions, but off-screen, that connection becomes even more genuine. There are moments when the cameras stop rolling, and instead of stepping away, they continue talking, joking, laughing, sometimes even poking fun at each other in ways that never make it to air. It's like watching a group of friends who spent years building a shared language of humor. One chaser revealed that Bradley has this knack for remembering small details about people, not just the big, obvious things, but the little ones. A comment someone made weeks ago, a preference, a story. And then, out of nowhere, he'll bring it up again in the most unexpected way. It catches people off guard, but in the best possible way. It shows that he's paying attention, that he cares. And then there's the unpredictability. If you think you can guess what Bradley Walsh is going to do next, you probably can't. Even the chasers admit that he keeps them on their toes. Sometimes he'll react to a correct answer like it's the most shocking thing he's ever heard. Other times, he'll stretch out a moment just to build suspense or to sneak in one more joke. It's that unpredictability that keeps the show feeling alive, fresh, like anything could happen at any moment. But here's something fans don't often hear about, the moments when things don't go perfectly. A flubbed line, a technical delay, a pause that wasn't planned. Instead of getting frustrated, Bradley turns those moments into opportunities. He'll laugh it off, make a joke, and suddenly what could have been awkward becomes one of the most enjoyable parts of the day. That attitude has a ripple effect. It relaxes everyone, reminds them that it's okay to not be perfect, that the show isn't just about getting everything right, it's about enjoying the experience. There's also a kind of charm about him that's hard to explain unless you've seen it up close. It's not over the top or exaggerated. It's subtle, natural, the kind of charm that makes people feel comfortable without even realizing why. The chaser described it as almost old school, a blend of humor, kindness, and a genuine interest in people. And maybe that's why audiences connect with him so strongly, because what you see on screen isn't a performance, it's a reflection of who he really is. And yes, there are moments that feel almost cinematic, times when the laughter fades, the game gets intense, and there's this quiet focus in the room. Bradley leans into those moments too, shifting effortlessly from humor to seriousness. It's a balance that not many hosts can manage, but he makes it look easy. Then, just when things get too tense, he breaks it with a perfectly timed comment that brings everyone back to a smile. It's that balance between humor and heart, between playfulness and professionalism, that defines him. And let's not forget the connection with the audience. Even though they're not always visible, Bradley treats them like they're part of the show. He acknowledges them, plays off their reactions, and creates this shared experience that goes beyond what viewers see at home. For the chasers, watching this from just a few feet away offers a completely different perspective. They see the effort, the awareness, the way he reads the room and adjusts in real time. It's not just instinct, it's years of experience, combined with a genuine love for what he does. One particularly memorable moment described by the chaser involved a contestant who was clearly nervous. You could see it in their posture, their voice, their hesitation. Before the next round began, Bradley leaned in slightly, said something quietly, and within seconds, the contestant relaxed. Their confidence returned, and the game transformed. That moment never made it into the final broadcast, but for those who witnessed it, it said everything about who he is. There's also a surprising level of humility. Despite his success, Bradley doesn't carry himself like someone above others. He jokes with the crew, thanks people, takes time to acknowledge everyone involved. It creates an environment where people feel valued, not just like background roles in a production. And maybe that's why the atmosphere on set feels so different. It's not just a workplace, it feels like a team, a group of people who genuinely enjoy being there. Of course, no story about Bradley Walsh would be complete without mentioning the laughter again, because it really is at the center of everything. There are moments when even the chasers, known for their composure, struggle to keep a straight face because of something he said or done. And those moments, they're not accidents. They're part of what makes the show memorable. So, what is Bradley Walsh really like on set? He's funny, yes, but not just for the sake of it. He's kind, but in ways that don't draw their attention to themselves. He's unpredictable, but in a way that keeps things exciting. And above all, he's genuine. The version of him that viewers see on their screens is real, but the version that exists behind the scenes adds even more depth to that image. It's the small gestures, the quiet moments, the unscripted interactions that truly define him. And hearing it from a chaser, someone who sees it all unfold from just a few steps away, makes it even more meaningful. Because in a world where so much can feel staged or rehearsed, it's refreshing to know that some things are exactly as they appear, sometimes even better. If you've ever watched the show and wondered whether that laughter, that charm, that warmth is real, now you have your answer. And maybe the next time you watch, you'll notice those little moments differently. The quick glance, the shared smile, the spontaneous joke, the subtle encouragement. Because behind every question, every answer, and every dramatic pause, there's a host who's not just playing a role, but creating an experience. And that's what keeps people coming back. If you enjoyed discovering this side of the story, don't forget to stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes insights, surprising revelations, and moments that bring you closer to the shows and personalities you love.